Hey YouTube, Toad here. Well, what you're looking at is the front of the Airstream, and you can see a little crunchy parked outside. And what we got, this is our seedling growing area. Um, Simple truth is, we're too cheap to go out and buy seedlings like a lot of folks do. Um, if you saw an earlier video, or I don't know, this one might come out first, we'll see. We show some of our germinating processes we use here. And what we have is this little shelf that's just, I don't know if you can see the paracord, just paracorded up and hung from the large overhead shelf that came with. Let me throw a second light on here and see if we can get some more light on this. It's a little dark here, mostly because the sun is shining through the window. I don't know if that made any difference. We'll see. Anyway, this is the front of the Airstream, and this is actually south facing, so they get pretty good light. You can see they're already tilting towards the light. Anyway, the problem is that shelf isn't big enough, and we have a futon underneath, so it's easy enough for the space. The Airstream being curved doesn't allow the futon to go all the way up against the front wall anyway, so we have stuff stored behind it. And this is just kind of a natural shelf, but I didn't want to build anything and I wanted to hang it. So what we're going to do today is go ahead and just make a larger shelf, because while 3 of these crates that are, is what you see at the stores that they put big 2-liter bottles and whatnot in, major soft drink manufacturers, kind of flat milk crates. We'll see some more of them later. But I'm going to need more of them because we have more seedlings fixing to come out of the germination. So let's go ahead and make us a new shelf. Okay, we've got it all taken apart, and this is one of the lines that we're going to have to move. Right about where these lines are is pretty much as far to the side as I can put it. So we're going to go ahead and get a drill some pilot holes, and move these way over to this side, and then we'll see what we have for length and decide. Okay, now you can see we've got the paracord tops here. These little eyelets screwed into the heavy plastic on the top, and they're dangling down, and they'll be the new other side. So all we got to do is measure between the two, and we'll know where to put the reinforcing boards on the new shelf. Okay, we got our boards together here. You can see the paracord hanging on either end, and I've got one hole drilled there for each side. And I know some of you woodworking folks are going to catch that the cleats underneath probably should have gone, you know, these screws, eye screws, should have gone straight through the cleats. Yes, it would have been better, but the simple fact is my eye bolts weren't long enough, and I didn't want to go buy any more. And I think in this application it'll be fine. But there's 3 cleats, 1, 2, 3, and then I've just taken the measurements to put the second hole in the back, because I want it to hang pretty level. And then I'll go ahead and knock these corners off. No sense in having a point impact on these plastic windows if somebody gets up against it. So heck, I might even put something soft on there, but we're pretty careful, so this should be okay. But it doesn't hurt to round the corners off. It'll make it look good. But let me get those measurements done, drill the other 2 holes, and we'll get it hanging. Just used a old mixing cup and a pencil to make that radius. Okay, there is our crimson tomatoes. Crimson Cherokee or something like that, I can't remember. I'll annotate it if I can go. But that's 4 days. They're sprouted. And now we're going to take them and transplant them. Let them grow in this flat right here. And then we'll thin them in, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. And there we go. There's definitely room for 5. Only one got 4 up there right now. But that ought to work good. Pretty soon that'll be our little front window jungle. All right. Thanks a lot, y'all. See you next time around.